Hey guys, here we are again. I first want to start off by saying how great it was seeing some of you this morning. Man, that made my day. I hope that the next time we meet, which I think is going to be on Thursday for our Zoom conference, I hope that more of you can join in, but it was so good to see so many of you this morning. We have talked about that all day, just how great it was. And I want to give a shout out to Ethan Thompson for emailing me his precept. He told me that his motto that he lives by is to always try to help others. And I do see that in Ethan all the time. He's as kind and as polite as anybody I know. And guys, I know some of you live by some good precepts also. So if you want to email those in to me, please feel free and I'll give you a shout out. Now, when we left off on our last chapters, Wake Me Up When September Ends, we learned what it was like for Augie his first month of school with everyone staring at him and always looking at him and making side glances and comments behind his back and all that. Now, as we move on to the next chapter, we've got the chapter called Jack Wheel, page 63. Now, I hung out with Jack in homeroom. English, history, computer, music, and science, which were all the classes we had together. The teachers assigned seats in every class, and I ended up sitting next to Jack in every single class. So I figured either the teachers were told to put me and Jack together, or it was a totally incredible coincidence. Now, I walked to class with Jack, too. I know he noticed kids staring at me, but he pretended not to notice. One time, though, on our way to history, this huge 8th grader who was zooming down the stairs 2 steps at a time accidentally bumped into me at the bottom of the stairs and knocked me down. As the guy helped me stand up, he got a look at my face, and without even meaning to, he just said, "Whoa." Then he patted me on the shoulder like he was dusting me off and took off after his friends. For some reason, me and Jack started cracking up. "Now that guy made the funniest face," said Jack as we sat down at our desks. "I know, right?" I said. "He was like, whoa." And I swear, I think he wet his pants. Now, we were laughing so hard that the teacher, Mr. Roche, had to ask us to settle down. I know none of you all ever get that. We've never had to tell you all to settle down, right? Later, after we finished reading about how ancient Sumerians built sundials, Jack whispered, "Do you ever want to beat those kids up?" I shrugged. "I guess, I don't know." "I'd want to. I think you should get a secret squirt gun or something and attach it to your eyes somehow. And every time someone stares at you, you would squirt them in the face." "With some green slime or something," I answered. No, with slug juice mixed with dog pee." "Yuck." "Yeah," I said, completely agreeing. "Guys," said Mr. Roach from across the room, "people are still reading." We nodded and looked down at our books, and then Jack whispered, "Are you always going to look this way, August? I mean, can't you get plastic surgery or something?" I smiled and pointed to my face. "Hello, this is after plastic surgery." Jack clapped his hand over his forehead and started laughing hysterically. "Dude, you should sue your doctor," he answered between giggles. Now this time the two of us were laughing so much we couldn't stop, even after Mr. Roche came over and made us both switch chairs with the kids next to us. Now I'm really glad that he's got a friend in Jack Wheel, and it sounds like the two of them get along pretty well. Now let's take a look at the next chapter called Mr. Browne's October Precept. Now Mr. Browne's precept for October was, remember, a precept is a motto that you kind of try to live by, something that kind of like a rule that you try to live your life by. And just like Ethan, he tries to live his life, and his rule is to try to help others. Let's look at what the October precept is. Your deeds are your monuments. Well, that's pretty confusing. He told us that this was written on the tombstone of some Egyptian guy that died thousands of years ago. Since we were just about to start studying ancient Egypt in history, Mr. Browne thought that this was a good choice for a precept. Our homework assignment was to write a paragraph about what we thought the precept meant or how we felt about it. And this is what I wrote. This precept means that we should be remembered for the things we do. Uh-oh. Think about some of the things you do. Do you want people to remember you that way? Is everything you do always the best thing you could have done? Now, I know Ms. Boyd makes some mistakes and Ms. Boyd does some things that I probably wouldn't want anybody to know. And every day is a new day for us to try to fix those mistakes, though. So, the things we do are the most important things of all. The things we do, they are more important than what we say or what we look like. The things we do outlast our mortality. The things we do are like monuments that people build to honor heroes after they've died. They're like the pyramids that the Egyptians built to honor the pharaohs. Only instead of being made out of stone, they're made out of the memories people have of you. That's why your deeds are like monuments, built with memories instead of stone. Now, guys, listen, think about it. Think about this precept. Your deeds are your monuments. When you're gone, when you move on, or you leave BIS, what is it that you want people there to remember you by? How do you want your teachers to remember you or other students to remember you? Do you want them to look at you and say, oh, that kid, he was mean as a dog? Or would you like them to remember the good things you did and how kind you were to others? Because, man, there are so many of you all. When you leave us at BIS, I'm going to miss you like the Dickens, just like I do right now. So, guys, listen. You might not think that people are watching, but we're always watching. People are always checking you out to see the things you're doing. Be the good guy. Be the role model for other people. If they're not doing right, show them how to do right. Guys, I could point out so many of you right now because I've caught you doing the right thing all the time. And guys, just because you mess up doesn't mean you're a bad guy. It just means we got to fix it. So listen, take this precept, live by it. Come up with your own precept. What is something you want people to know you for, something you live by? Guys, send me messages. I've gotten a few, but I know you all have email addresses, and I know now you can also comment on the YouTubes. So check it out. We'll see you on Thursday morning at 11. Don't forget. Bye, guys.